You don't want to hear me breathe? Breathe in your ear?
Get your mouth away from the mic. I can't even speak.
Hey, y'all. We're back. Episode 51. Love
Damn,
that.
it's over 50?
51, brother. 51.
All right.
Damn.
Not 49, not 52, 51. Right here. And we got, of course, your boy, Sam Baker,
Hello.
with us.
That's
joining us today, having a crazy good month. And then, of course, B.O.B., the roommate, MVP, Apex SDR, Bob. You're crushing it, fella. And, yeah, we're lucky we even got you today. I basically had to tell him, hey, we need you for 5 minutes. So we'll be respectful of your time and get you in, get you out. But you've got 41 appointments, 6 clients. Just killing the game, brother. I think a 20% or a 19% contact rate or something crazy. How are you doing it, man?
Well, I build a lot of records.
Yeah.
I try to find new stuff to call at least, probably 3 times a week for each client. Sometimes every day. So I'm calling new records, and then I think I have a pretty low barrier for moving stuff to no response.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, what do you make 8 calls before no response, or sometimes you cut it early?
no, I mean,
Yeah.
if they're not going to answer after like 4, they're probably not going to answer.
Yeah, it's pretty true. I mean, the drop off on contact rate from 4 to 8 is pretty significant. Where it's like if you don't get them in the first few, yeah,
There will be something in there, but it's far and few between. Like usually, I would always start with 8 when I was a rep, and then I would just do 3 touch points every like 90 days.
Yeah.
It's like first, middle, and end of the month. I've tried, and it's like you leave a voicemail, you send an email, but it's like there's nothing you can do. There are some people though that do get those messages, and you get them, a year later.
Yeah.
Like where other people would have given up, and they're like, "Oh, you're the guy that's been calling me for last year, aren't you?"
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Can we meet, please? I know this is the only time I'll ever talk to you.
But it's true, and that's for more of a mature pipeline. I think you've
Yeah.
got to go after some of those. But when you're first starting out, I mean, volume, new data, cleansing, new people to call. It all tilts the scales in your favor. I've seen, people, Logan, specifically last month, he was building like a madman, and it was kind of delayed about 30 days before you start to see the results. But man, you have just set the world on fire. 41 already, and I guess when you're building records and you're looking, at a company and you're doing your research, what are you looking for?
Well, I try to stick to, manufacturing, law offices, architects, engineers.
Yeah, someone who would probably use your service.
Yeah. So I guess that's a pretty basic answer.
No, that's for sure.
Yeah, I just try to stick with those, and then so what I'll do is I'll try to call at least like as many like KDMs as I can.
Yeah.
And even if one of them tells me no, sometimes I'll call another one.
Yeah, so like
probably shouldn't
CEO,
do that,
COO, CFO.
Yeah.
IT directors.
Anyone in the C level.
Yeah.
Too.
That's crazy, man.
Or
Crazy good.
IT director, operations director.
And when you're calling, I mean, not only is your contact rate high, your close rate's pretty high too. I mean, what's the value add? Like, why do most people book a meeting with you? Would you say?
I don't know. I honestly, I don't really know what my secret is, or
Yeah?
if I even really have one. I just I call and I'm like, yeah, we'd love to make an introduction with you. I tell them what we do, who we are, and they're either like, oh no, we're really happy with what we got, or they're like, yeah, we'd love to meet.
Sure.
Sometimes I'll be like, if I think that there's actually a chance that we could maybe close them, my client, I'll be like, even if they say that they're not interested, I'll kind of push a little bit further. I'll be like, yeah, we're not looking to work with you overnight. Things move slow in IT, but
Sure.
we'd love to make a quick introduction just to be a backup option and
Earn their trust.
yeah.
Earn their trust a little bit. Yeah. We preach that to all of our clients. I mean, there's going to be some meetings where there's pain, explicit pain, something you can resolve right away. Obviously, a leak in the roof or a server that's gone down. But for a lot of these guys, they're willing to take a flyer on a hope and a dream that this IT setup might be better than what they already have in place. And then for our clients, it's their job to go out, demonstrate value, and then sell the product, right? So that's awesome. Is that pretty much lock in step, Sam, with how you kind of see it going when you sell clients?
I tell everybody it's the same process that we use. I'm, gonna maybe get 10 to 15%, more than that. It's, really good month, but
and all the appointments we set up for you, they're all ready to buy, right?
Oh, yeah.
Every single one of them.
Every single one of them, right. And I had somebody I talked to earlier today, and they're like, that seems low, blah, blah, but I want them to be ready now. Like, none of these people have had pain. And I'm like, brother, not everybody's got pain, and then you share stories like you can meet with somebody and then 30 days from now, something changes and they're calling you back. It's just much easier when you have a contract with pricing and next steps because they don't feel you're going to take advantage of them. Like if their network crashes, now they're in dire need.
No, the price goes way up.
The price goes way up, right? Or you give somebody a quote. It's like, no, that's still good, right? And if it's not, you tell them why, but it just builds trust. And people will call back at all different times. That's how we got one of the deals today. I talked to him at the beginning of February, and the guy wasn't ready to buy. So I was like, cool, see ya. Here's the price. Here's how to move forward. Today, he downloaded an agreement. I called him up. I was like, hey, so I looked at one of the agreements. Want to make sure you got question answered, see if you're ready to rock and roll. He's like, I'm ready.
Boom.
Like, that's it.
That's it.
That's literally it. You get deals sometimes when you least expect them.
Yeah. Because he needed it, and he wanted
Because
it,
it was
and
time.
he had the money
And
to
he
do
needed
it.
He had the money to do it.
That's it. You didn't have to figure any of that out. He knew how to buy, and he came back when he was ready.
Right. You can control what you can control.
No
That's
follow-up
Giving
meeting.
people pricing, making the best first impression possible, and you move on.
And it took you 7 meetings to get there.
No,
Took one.
I had one meeting, and he called me back.
That's it. Go
60
figure.
days later.
We've got some clients that take 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 meetings to get out a proposal. You want to make it easy. You want to have as little or as few barriers for them to sign up or purchase your services as possible. I think, Bob, a lot of your clients, they do a really good job pumping out proposals on every meeting. You're doing a good job sticking with them, taking good notes, following up if they need to. So all around, crushing it. Great month. I guess one last thing before you go, Bob. If someone new we're starting, and we do have a few newer folks, what's the one thing you would tell them that you think helped you the most?
I don't know. I just keep doing it.
Just keep doing it.
Maybe a little Limp Bizkit, new metal.
Yeah. Listen to some Limp Bizkit, some new metal with
Maybe
Sam.
buy some merch.
Yeah, buy some merch. Rock out with Sam.
Some new Bizkit merch, huh?
Honestly, I just like the way that we teach new hires here, where
Sure.
you just, kind of just trial by fire, like just go do it.
Yeah.
It worked for me. So just keep doing it.
Got to keep doing it.
Yeah.
Got to keep doing it. Well, hey, we appreciate you coming on. I promised you 5 minutes. We're at 5 minutes. So you can go back, dial if you want. You can hang out if you want. Totally cool with me. I know it's end of the month here, so it's kind of crunch time for a while.
I'll hang out for another 2 minutes or so.
Are you gonna win the bracket? Aren't you?
Well, that's why I want to go back to dialing. I want to win that $500.
Let's go. Who are you faced up against?
Tanner, the OG.
Yep. I think I'm up 5-3 on him, right?
Oh, on the
People
week.
are talking.
Let's see. Current standings on the week. Oh, I scrolled down too far. There we go. Standings on the week. We've got Bob with 5. We've got Tanner with 3. That's pretty good.
Okay.
Take him down.
I got one more in me today, so
One more in ya.
6-3 going into tomorrow.
It's kind of nice. Sitting at the end of the month at 41.
Yep.
Regardless of the bracket, you're in a very, very good spot. So props to you. How's your March Madness bracket going? Just as good?
It's going okay. Yeah, not great.
Sam, how about you?
What?
20 points behind the winner. How's that feel? With the same winner picked.
I think I still have a chance to win. That's really all that matters.
Yeah, sure. All I have to do
Is have all
play
of your
defense.
picks work.
Yeah.
No, not even. Most of them. I need Florida and Duke to make it to the championship, and your boy wins.
Offense wins games,
happen.
defense wins championships.
The
And
most likely.
We
scenario.
got a killer offense over here. I'm like the greatest show on turf. I'm knocking out Houston, and then Auburn's getting to the finals, and literally I win.
Yeah.
That's it. And then you're
You do
looking
need.
at behind me.
That is the way Sam wins. If
That's right.
Auburn,
If Tennessee
continues.
beats Houston and Auburn makes it to the championship game against Duke, I'll win.
Tennessee, you
That could
will
happen.
be helped out if Tennessee beats Houston, but that does not win you.
No,
Florida,
It
'cause
will,
you've got a
I've got
different-
Florida in the Final Four.
But I've got them in the finals.
I know, and that's
So
what I'm
that's what I'm
saying.
saying.
That's why I need Auburn
That's where I
to
can
make
beat
the
you.
finals. No,
Oh,
don't
you've
know.
got Auburn
I
all the
have
way.
Auburn.
God, okay,
Yes.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
You've got Auburn all the way.
You're 20 points up, but if our brackets
Yeah.
are the same,
I'm with you.
But Tennessee beats Houston, I have
And
a
then
correct
you've
Final
got
Four,
Auburn
you don't,
beating-
and then I've got Auburn winning, you have Florida
Gotcha.
winning. So that's
Okay.
where I get my 2
Okay.
and I pass you.
I'm with you. I probably should have listened the 4 other times he tried
Yeah.
to explain that to me today.
But he did it.
I was too busy just talking mad shit whenever he came over. Just like absolutely.
Yeah.
One time I cut him off and was like, "Wah," like just out of pocket.
Yeah, he's like, oh, you can't win. You can't win. I'm like, dude, yes, I can. I've already looked it up.
Just belligerent
Like-
trash talking. It was kind of awesome.
Yeah. He goes, it was kind of awesome.
It was pretty funny. I like seeing Sam flustered about stuff that doesn't matter.
There's
Especially
a
when there's
difference
money on the
between
line.
getting flustered because of pure stupidity and ignorance, as opposed to getting flustered because like someone else is making a point.
It's like
and you
when
can't
Squidward
respond.
argues with Patrick the Starfish. Dude. It's just like nothing gonna happen there.
Yeah, I was talking to Patrick
Yeah,
today.
he was.
Just like getting Cam's just sitting there,
awesome.
just like, welcome to the Krusty Krab. No, this is Patrick.
No. This is Patrick. Well, cool.
No Ricardo here, bitch.
No Ricardo here, bitch.
Yeah.
Well, we have a special closed deal we want to talk about today. We're going to get Ryan Gridley on the phone here because Maryville got their first closed deal.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Go Bulldogs.
Hell yeah.
Are they the
The Nards.
Oh,
St.
the St.
Bernards.
Bernards. Yeah, go
the
St.
Nards.
Bernards.
Woof. All right, let's get him. There he is, Ryan Gridley, Maryville, first closed deal on the pod. Congrats, buddy. How are you feeling?
Feeling unbelievable. Yeah, it's been a while, but I knew Sam could get it done. So really, really happy.
Yeah, some blood, sweat, and tears out there to get that first one across the finish line.
Yeah, I know. We've all been working really hard, really trying to get as many people to show up to meetings as we can, and setting as many meetings as we can. Obviously they all can't be perfect, but glad we finally got the first one, and hopefully the floodgates are open now and we can start closing a bunch of other ones.
Yeah, it was definitely a slugfest, in the months leading up to this. You're trying to figure things out. You've got a little bit of a smaller staff. Every appointment counts. And this month, you're like 1 or 2 appointments off pace. Your show rate's almost 60%, 70% for a lot of the month. You've got almost your completed pitch goal on the month as well, despite being a couple short. So it's like, holy cow, you're having a great month. It's finally nice to see it pay off. And I think talking to you earlier, Ryan, you have a shot at maybe hitting goal on Monday.
Maybe. Sam told me that we might be closing LA tomorrow, possibly. But I talked to a guy who was like, we've been looking for people to do cold calling for us for ages. Asked if we were US based and was really impressed that we were. Whatever pricing, he said that's not an issue at all, especially being in LA. He even understood it's up to us to close the deals, not like Arsenal. It's up to them to close. And said I realize that it probably won't be a guaranteed 3 every month, but if you guys are getting as close to that or 7 months over, that's all we're looking for. So
tell Ryan,
he's
say,
one of the
hey,
founders. He
call
said that
him
he's gonna
back.
get the other founder who
Get
has
it set up.
the real,
Give him my number.
decision-making power over that.
Don't miss
decision.
out on his market because I will close
Maybe
it
later
with
today
someone
or maybe
else.
Monday, but I'm
I
actually
will
gonna
not
send over
wait.
another
I will
email
not hold that
and
market.
to say hey, if you guys are
You hear this,
looking,
Matt?
this is it. 'Cause I think they'd be a
I'm
perfect
gonna
partner
sell.
for us.
It's hilarious
I'm
because
a-
he has no idea.
He has no idea. I'm gonna
These
sell
little
the shit out of that
expectations
market.
also.
I don't care if it's that guy or
Ryan.
somebody else.
Call that guy back and tell him Sam's got meetings tomorrow
I don't wait.
on the books.
Why
And
wait? Why wait?
if he
when you
can
have
talk
it
with him,
now?
talk with him sooner than Monday.
Or just
Yeah, I
give
mean-
him my number.
Uh,
Say call him.
they're West Coast, so if Sam wants to take a call on the way home,
Let's go.
I'll
Yes,
take,
he does.
I'll take a call while brushing my teeth.
He'll take
at
a
night.
call in the bathroom, dog.
Call like
Okay.
that's right. Sam Baker.
Like,
oh,
hey, I just
no.
found from Sam, we might be looking
I'm
for
gonna
someone
come
else.
after
so
his
this is something you guys
market.
are really looking to do.
I'm calling
yeah.
as soon as we get done here. I'm
Yeah,
calling
I'm
LA.
gonna take
I'm
your
gonna
call.
call every single person.
Whatever
I'm gonna
you
try
guys
to
want,
ruin
so,
Ryan's day and just go find an MSP myself.
He liked everything about it.
I already got 2 in the
couldn't have been
hopper
a
with
better
Nick.
call, especially right now. It was the first call after Sam called me to tell me about the closed deal, and
Should have live trained.
my eyes got huge. I was like, oh, let's get to 2 deals. Let's do it.
Hell
So,
yeah. That would be sick. 2 deals in 3 days to finish off the month. Hit your goal. Be the hero. Put the team on your back like Greg Jennings on the Packers.
Yeah, it was great too because everyone was like calling cell phones or direct lines, extensions, and I just figured I'd try something different and press 0 for operator, and one of the founders picked up, and I had like a 5-7 minute call with him. It couldn't have been a more like perfect fit. Just doing something a little bit different, than what I see when I was doing.
Well, great job, Ryan. You've been busting your tail out there to get that first deal. It's really rewarding to see you guys get that. And I'd love nothing more to have you hit 2 here with the last few days. So keep doing exactly what you're doing. You're doing all the right things. And I think, just a couple appointments here and there really tilts the scales for you guys. So keep on it, man.
Yeah, me too. If we can close 2 deals, I'll have to do something crazy. What?
Yeah, maybe we'll put up a poll on the video. See what the audience thinks you guys should do for a reward if you get that second deal. Well, I'm gonna let you go, man. I appreciate you hopping on the pod, but we're super pumped for you here. All of HQ is stoked, so let's go out and get number 2, huh?
Yep, sounds like a plan.
All right, buddy. Talk to you later. Boom. Bob, do you remember your first deal?
I do. Yeah.
It was your first appointment.
It was my first appointment.
Bob went 1 for 1. Not to rub it in.
Which client was that? You remember?
It was either New Mexico or
was it Red Road?
I think it was Red
Road. Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, it was.
So
I remember you guys.
So
talking
Maryville,
about how it was a black hole.
I think Maryville's like 20, 30 appointments deep now, and they just got their first one. So Bob went 1 for 1 back in the day. He set 1 appointment.
Yeah.
Sam closed it, and
I think it was Red Road.
that was
Yeah,
that
I
was
think
that.
it was.
And
Yeah,
now
got that out of the way.
Too.
And
They
that guy's
closed
got
a lot of deals.
5 clients in 4
They're
months
killing it.
with a verbal for 6 by April.
Yeah, they're doing really well with Ross. Ross is killing it.
I saw in monthly recurring, I think they've already passed the fee, and then they have like 45K in projects closed or
Yeah,
something.
I mean it's like every day
crazy.
Ross is like, oh yeah,
Yeah, another proposal
out for like 50,000.
Dude, it's sometimes he's got more proposals than apps for him.
Yeah.
I'm like, how does that work?
Yeah.
Where it's like you're getting out 2 or 3, 4 or 5 proposals on each one. It's crazy. But great work by the crew down at Maryville, doing a great job. Here at HQ, it's opening day today. I know you can totally tell by how many of us are wearing Cardinals jerseys right now. But I took mine off.
I was going to say, we'll go ahead and throw up the graphic from earlier at lunch.
Opening day, St. Louis is basically a holiday. Everyone loves it. Rain delay means that we're probably going to get out of work here and we'll be able to see it start. So it's pretty good.
It all works out.
What are you guys doing? You got a deal over there?
Yeah, St. Louis Blues all the way.
Yeah.
I used to be a Cardinals
my
guy.
God.
Not anymore.
No.
It's like
Well,
they're
okay.
committed
Blues are
to
nothing,
losing.
baby.
Sure.
Committed to losing.
Wow.
Sorry.
True
Not-
fan right there. Thick and thin.
Sell the team. Can we start
I
one of those
agree with
chants?
that.
That sounds like a guy who bought a Matt Carpenter jersey. A little salty.
I think
No.
they should sell the team. I agree with that.
I can't wear
The
a-
DeWitts?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not a big fan of DeWitts.
It's hard for me to wear a jersey with another man's name on my back.
It's hard. I agree.
I can't do it.
Fun fact. Do you
Not
know?
even if his name's Gretzky.
Do you know how the DeWitts made their money? Do you know what
I looked
business
it
they
up
run?
before. I know they got own Dewey's and some other
Dewey's?
stuff.
Yeah. The
That's
main
not where
one
they
is
made it.
a chain of Arby's. They're like
Oh, Arby's?
Yeah, from Missouri and Illinois. Yeah.
Arby's is really good.
Sick. They got rid of that.
You make money.
5 for 5 though.
You got
I wish-
Cardinals money for Arby's?
Yeah, right?
How much do they buy
They
it
owned
for?
Arby's
Well, no, that's
franchises,
why
and
they're
that's
hurting.
how they made
That's
their
why
money?
they pinch pennies. They're probably their moneymaker now is the
Oh,
Cardinals.
no, don't say that. Allegedly. No.
You don't think so?
No, we're not going to get in there. We're not going to do that.
Well, we can look it up. How much?
Buddy,
they
they're not hurting. I would tell you that. They're doing just fine. We investigated getting season tickets in the green seats or whatever. It was if that's what they're charging everybody else, they're doing okay. They're doing fine.
Yeah.
They're doing-
Did you
they're
even
doing
get to like ads or billboards or what it would take to put our name out there?
No.
Like, yeah,
No.
so ridiculous.
They're doing all right.
That's funny. Well, it is opening day. I'm excited. Blues though are the hot story. They're 12-2-2 since the break, 7-0 in their last 7. Obviously, looking like they're gonna make the playoffs. Maybe take the first wild card.
Playing
So
tonight,
we're-
too.
Huh?
Playing
Yeah,
tonight.
they play the Predators, which we beat twice in the last 7 games. So looking good. They're fun to watch. Have you?
When are you going to get one of those in here?
Cup. Get one of these things? Just
Just put a barista over by the cafeteria. Or we
that
could just
that
go get our
room
own
that room that's
Starbucks.
next to the cafeteria. I think we're gonna poke a hole in that
Oh,
so that you can go through it and then epoxy that floor and then basically make that like some sort of cafe, coffee shop, food place. You know, there's a window at the end of the used to be an art room. We're gonna knock that down, make it a roll up door, You can get out to the patio
Cool.
through there. It'll be fun.
New reps making coffee so they get a deal or something.
Oh, you could do that. No, they don't. People never do that.
We'll
Did you guys talk about? Did
Have
you
a
talk about?
dedicated barista?
Am I throwing it off? What's on the?
We just introduced Bob. We just talked about Bob. and
We haven't
got
gotten to
Maryville.
John McDavid yet.
Not yet. No.
Oh,
we were
no,
jumping to the Blues.
he wasn't
I'm
even
about
on
to
the
go-
dossier.
I'm about to go jump to
John
to a
McDavid
meeting
wasn't even
here
on
in
the
a minute.
dossier.
We're on a manhunt for a guy named
Fake
John
reviews,
McDavid.
ChatGPT reviews. I don't know. Does that
I
make
put it into
airtime?
the Chat GPT review thing, and it said it was not written by Chat GPT. It says it was a human,
A bot?
or it didn't
A
detect
sales
it.
bot?
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Huh.
Anyway, I'm gonna say
Anybody could write that.
Doug the bounty hunter is on a manhunt for John McDavid to bring him to justice. Okay, we got a 1-star review
We're gonna go cap this
from a guy. We're gonna cap him. I have no idea. Who
Allegedly.
this person is.
He's getting a corrective action
Corrective
plan.
action plan.
Yeah, there you go.
That's what we meant. Yeah. 1-star review. Where can you read it? Read it on the air. Yellow belly John McDavid.
Oh, I don't have it pulled up.
You don't have it pulled
I
up.
was not on the dossier. No, I wasn't planning on reading our negative review.
I don't even know how to spell dossier.
That
That's how we do it.
I think it's fake.
It's 100% fake.
If it was
we
a-
don't
It's
have.
100% fake. I've never talked
There's
to
not
a
a John
McDavid
McDavid.
in my
of
life.
Like
course.
you said,
Here's
it's
the
not,
deal. If there is a John McDavid,
owes
if you're
us money.
listening, if you can figure out who John McDavid is, you find out who he is, and you send us his LinkedIn profile or whatever business he owns, so that I can go to Coda House, our billing guy, and he can make an invoice and send it to John because he owes us money. Then, if you were our client, you owe us money for whatever services we gave. I don't know what they are. I don't know what your company name is.
He's not in our system
Yeah, but if
anywhere.
All right, I've got it.
exactly, can you read this?
Yeah, John McDavid, one day ago. I regret ever trusting Arsenal Business Growth. They made big promises but delivered nothing of real value. Their strategies were generic, like this review.
Yeah,
like this
there you go.
review.
And they completely mismanaged my budget.
'Cause that's
the
what we do,
entire
we
budget.
manage budgets.
We mismanaged it, wasting money on ineffective tactics. Communication was awful. Once they got my payment, they became unresponsive and dismissive. Felt like a scam. If you value your time and money, stay far away.
Do you realize
It makes no sense.
He doesn't say anything about what we do.
Who are you?
Even the things he's talking about are generic. Like he doesn't even
Ineffective
say the word
tactics.
appointments. Like tactics. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
What
it just
service
says
did we provide?
Our service.
It's
Anyway, John McDavid, I appreciate your feedback.
He's left one review.
No, 2 reviews. There's one other one. and
No,
then-
it's down to 1 now.
oh, so the other one
Probably got
fake
reported
and
for
What
spam.
was,
reported
what
for
was
spam.
the other one?
We
couldn't
don't
find it.
know because it wasn't public.
The profile kept them private.
Under review.
That's how you know it's a fake account.
Anyway, no, because it's obviously stupid. I addressed it, and I don't care. I told him try harder next time. I said, put your back into your next fake review, coward. You got to step your game up.
Yeah.
It's probably a competitor who's just trying to dog us because they're jelly, or it's a disgruntled employee who doesn't work here anymore.
Could you
in
imagine?
which case, whatever. You're just such a puss to make a fake review.
Could you imagine having enough time and energy to whip up a grumpy negative review and then that company immediately hops on their podcasts and makes fun of you?
Yeah, you're a loser.
I'm saying
You're a
you're
loser. And if you can actually prove you're a real person, please edit your review to put your name in there. And I would love to show the appointments we set up for you. But I don't think you're real. If you're a real client with a fake name,
Fake what?
Fake name.
Fake name.
How do
For the
if you're a
fake
real
name, I
if you're a
was
real
closing
client,
deals with my magic show.
wouldn't it be funny if we figured out that's what I really sound like? And I've been putting on
Like
an
you've been
act
faking it this whole time?
Oh hell, man!
It's kind of like the dude that plays Spider-Man. He's actually English and he puts on a real good
Tom Holland, yeah.
he puts on a real good American accent. But when he's like himself, he's got the twang in his mouth. I can't do
Good
it.
eye.
I get it. Mate. Yeah, sales appointments and whatnot. Yeah.
Sales appointments, yeah.
That's Jason
Name's
Statham.
Handsome Rob, yeah. I get sales meetings, yeah, if it's on the menu.
I got an
pretty good.
appointment for you. Yeah,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
yeah. Take a sales appointment.
I didn't do nothing. I didn't set up about me. Anyway,
That's funny.
anyway,
I asked the golden questions.
yeah. I'll ask the questions.
That's pretty good.
Dude, it's so generic. We don't manage budgets. We don't manage budgets. Our only other 1-star review is from Ascent Roofs or Ascent Roofing.
Ascent Roofs.
And you're a pussy too, because you went out and you left it as office manager. You didn't even use your real name.
And we had to figure out who you were.
And we called and
No, we
figured
knew
it
who
out.
it was, yeah.
Yeah, well, no,
Well, we had
after
to
a
figure
while
it
we
out.
figured it out. We
Obvious.
had a good idea. Yeah, and then we responded and like they had $500,000 in proposals out and stuff like that.
In 90 days.
And they were mad they couldn't just like turn it on and off whenever they felt like it. They're
We're
pissed
like,
off that
it's-
we like are providing good jobs for people.
Like a sustainable sales
Yeah.
service. That's funny.
Anyway.
You have 5 days to tell me that you don't want to continue at that point in time. And they waited until the 31st. And it's like, dude, really?
That's why we don't do it anymore.
Yeah.
By the way,
Because people try to
it's like,
game the system.
well, yeah,
They
no,
just
we're
don't
not
care.
going to do that at all.
They're like, no, if I don't want to do it, I'm just going to tell you we ain't doing it starting tomorrow.
And I'm so glad we went to contracts
Me too.
because every blueser who wants to do this for 30 days
Yeah.
and then leave and get a money back guarantee is out.
Out.
Not even anyway. I really appreciate and love working with our clients. Thank you for being great clients. But if you are somebody who left a fake review, you suck. And if for some reason you used a fake name when you signed up for our service and your name actually is John McDavid, get in touch with us. Get in touch with us. We'd love to figure out where we went wrong, I guess. I don't think it's the case. And more importantly, if you can figure out who John McDavid is, please, the tip line's open.
One
an
1-800.
anonymous tip line. Just you make a fake email or fake name and drop this guy's real identity into our info
info
email.
at arsenalbg.com.
And then we will go figure out who he is and collect on the invoice on the money he obviously owes us.
We'll send you $150 and free swag to our shop page.
I'll split the bill. If the guy owes us $50,000, I'll give you 25 of it. If it's $5,000 for a month, I'll give you 25. I'll split it down the middle. And then just the other thing, because I know somebody's going to read this and they're going to, dude, we have an expectations page, which basically says,
I got pop
this is
out.
what this.
Sorry.
I know you think you're here. This is reality. We set the bar so freaking low.
Yeah.
You're gonna get 3 to 6 sales meetings.
Yep.
You're gonna close like 10% of them. Tops. Poor communication. Our reps, they like have to email, call, text you at least every other day. They have to send a weekly recap every Friday. There's a partner meeting monthly. We call you and ask you how each sales meeting went. What's the status?
It leads me to believe it's a fake review from someone who doesn't even know what we do. Like,
I don't think they do. And then that's the most important part about they misused or managed our budget or whatever. What budget? What do we?
It's literally transactional.
Yeah.
You pay us $4,000 to $5,000, we do a service. Like, there's no.
We don't
budget.
have your credit card and we're spending money on Google ads or whatever, because I don't think those really work that well. We don't do it. We don't do it for ourselves. We don't do it for our clients. I think it's a waste of money.
Yeah.
I tried it for a couple days in like 2019 or 2020.
Yeah, yeah.
And I all of a sudden $1,000 disappeared and I had no leads.
Poof.
And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
It
Just
sucks.
call and schedule a sales meeting.
Right.
And I get it. I actually was talking to a guy who was leaving, not going to work with us anymore. In his contract, it said he will submit a contract to every sales appointment that we set up.
Oh,
He did not do that.
yeah.
And he's
Imagine
mad
that.
and he wants to quit because he's not making money. And we're like, dude, we literally, did you not catch on when we said, hey, as a part of our service agreement, for a condition for you to work with us?
Yeah.
Because he wanted a revenue guarantee.
Sure,
We're
yeah.
like, we really don't do that. It's why we don't do them anymore, because people just don't hit them because they're not confident they're going to do it. We said, hey, we'll give you like 5,000. I don't know what it was. Whatever. You'll close it in 60 days or 90 days or 6 months, something like that. If you give everybody a contract. Did not give everybody a contract.
Oh, and then he didn't hit the number.
Then he didn't make
Wow.
any money, and he's
That's
like
wow.
figuring out, oh, this is a waste of time. These meetings are shitty. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, you just give everybody a contract. He goes, well, what about the guys that no show or whatever? Or like, give them a contract. Put it on your website so that people can go on your website and download your contract. And I said it works, and he goes, no, it doesn't.
Well,
I
and
was
I
like, this
take
is
it-
literally how we do it.
All the appointments were filled out. They
Yeah.
weren't left in scheduled.
Eh,
So the rep knew
He goes,
which ones.
There was no shows. He goes, none of them were marked no show. They were all either scheduled or marked completed.
So how does the rep know?
There's no
How
client
does the- how
feedback,
does
no
the rep
whatever.
know?
And he goes, you guys didn't tell me how to do that. I was like, You went through onboarding. Coda had 3 meetings. One of the meetings specifically is how to do this.
Wow.
And then we send you a follow-up pre-recorded YouTube video that says, here's how you do this.
Yeah.
And listen to the calls and grade and get feedback.
If you're watching this and you want your SDR, BDR to reschedule meetings for you, you should probably tell them that it didn't show up.
Sales.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine that. If you want to close more business, you should probably give the people you're talking to a way to buy your service. Give them a proposal.
And this is a novel concept, but no offense, Bobby, when you're working for your client and if your client's got like bad feedback to give to you, like some criticisms, it's great. But we also want him to do it in our system so that I can get pinged and, Joe and Zeke. So it's like, oh, this person said this meeting was bad. Why did they say it was bad? We can go look. We can go talk to Bobby about it. He goes, yeah, well, I told my rep. And it's like, you mean you told the guy whose job specifically is to do a good job for you if, the feedback?
Yeah.
You don't think there's a conflict of interest potentially there? It's like, our guys are very trustworthy and stuff too. But we used to have partner meetings.
Yep.
Where reps met with their clients. The clients were
Dude,
like...
the 10s were the ones that canceled the most.
Yeah, the clients...
I'm doing great.
Yeah.
I'm doing great.
And our guys are even being honest about it. The clients are just like, I just can't give bad feedback to the guy that works for me.
Yeah.
I don't feel comfortable telling him where he needs to improve. And it's like, first of all, just tell people. Second of all, sure, fine. And we traded it out.
Yeah.
And we got a little more honest feedback. But anyway... John
just funny.
John McDavid, there is a worldwide manhunt for you. We're coming for you.
Doug will find you.
Doug the Bounty Hunter, me. I don't know if you've heard. I'm an alpha male.
Definitely.
And if
not
I
a
hear
beta.
that anything happens,
Definitely
I'm
not.
leaning into it now. I'm leaning into it.
It's good.
I will put on a manhunt to find you. And
What about a wig and some pit vipers?
I'm going to get it.
All right.
Matt, can you do the thing where you like motion track? You need to get a
Cool.
clip.
I'll catch you later, Bob.
You need to get a clip
I'm
of.
just gonna call this guy back.
You don't
No
have
worries.
to, Bob. You don't have to wait for permission, dude. Just leave.
You're good.
Just leave.
Peace.
Thanks, Bobby G.
Hey, thanks for killing it, brother. Way more than 5 minutes. Oh.
Can you do the motion tracking thing? Have you seen those videos where they do like a clip of a real movie or a real something, and then they just like superimpose somebody's face, and then you track it? I've
Yeah,
done the motion
yeah,
tracker
yeah,
thing
if we
on
wanna
Pixel
do
Film.
it, yeah.
We can do it. You got to put my face on Dog the Bounty Hunter,
Just walking around.
and then the
Yes.
troll face of
Or
John McDavid.
McDavid.
This is a felony arrest. Got it?
Searching, Tim.
Hush now, hush.
Got him,
I
Tim.
took your van when nobody would take nothing for you, and you dogged my brother like that. What's up, bro?
Lincoln.
You're supposed to be a man of your word, Lincoln.
And then
Fastest closed deal in history. We wrapped it up. Let's go.
you broke.
No, actually, he was really like he told me, he's like, I should have canceled this. He's like, I apologize. I should have sent you an email. He goes, I only do new construction. I was like, I could call for you, but there's only so many GCs that I get you in
Yeah.
the door with.
Architects too.
He goes, well, we're another 2-3 years out from doing any type of service work. So I was like, well, man, I appreciate being up front.
Bye.
So we don't waste our time. But if you know anybody, you should send them my way. And he's like, I can do that.
Cool. Yeah, I don't want anybody else to do service work. I don't do it, but I don't want anybody else to either.
Yeah.
That's how some people are. Anyway, we got to start a series of that stuff.
What? Fill me
Just putting our faces on famous movie clips and
Hey.
gags and stuff like that.
like the Bad Boys one.
Yeah, the Bad Boys one.
Have you seen that?
I totally screwed this entire podcast up. What else is on your list?
Oh, we just had one more thing. It's fine.
What is it?
It's just the sales tip. You want to do the sales
Did
tip?
we go over deals? New business?
The deals for today, we did a phone call with Ryan Gridley
Oh, cool. Yeah,
for
we
his
talked
first deal, kind of a special little spot.
about it. I freaking love Maryville. Look, Maryville, I love you again.
Dude.
We were
And then we followed it up with Bob telling the story about how he set one appointment and closed one deal. And it was
it's a hard fought, hard earned
yeah,
deal.
and they've been doing well. Show rate's good. The meetings are pretty
Monkeys off the
good.
back.
Broke the ice.
Sometimes all it takes to get that first one, you get that confidence back.
And then he's got another one he thinks could go Monday. We're trying to get him to move that up so Sam doesn't sell LA
He
tomorrow.
said it's IT in LA. I go, okay.
Oh, buddy.
I was like, yeah. I
See
go,
if you
I'm going to
can
make
move
it my
that up.
personal mission to call every LA MSP right now when we get done. I go, call him back and set it up. And he's like, well, he's late and I don't want to do it to Sam unless he'll take a phone call in the car. I'm like, brother, I'll take a call when I'm brushing my teeth at night. Just do it.
It's true. And I think it's a good time for
Taking
the
a poop?
sales tip, actually. It's the same.
On my poop chair.
I think I got you while you're
Why would
pooping
you
earlier.
be, why would you be
Did I get you while
in
you're
your
pooping?
poop chair
Not,
in the bathroom?
not today. You got me when I was at home that one day.
I think you got me
You- that was-
yesterday or the
that
day
was-
before you
remember
got
that
me
was-
while I was pooping.
That was the live transfer that you sent me.
Was it?
The digital marketers that backed out. You go, because I saw it and it came up as like 10 ones in a row as the transfer on my phone. I'm like thinking it's one of those spams trying to like collect my voice. And so I don't know if
your
you know.
voice.
Yeah, they like record your voice
Yeah.
and then they'll replay it when they make spam calls to like your grandma to
Hell
send
yeah.
you money.
That's
So
evil.
so
That's bad.
yeah. So when he called and I saw that number, I was like, this 100% gotta be fake. It's 10 of the number ones.
Gotcha.
And so I picked it up and I just went, oh. And Aaron's like, hey, Sam, it's Aaron. I got a transfer for you. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, you just caught me while I'm taking a poop.
But what if the AI had captured Aaron's voice and yeah.
Hey, then cheers to you, AI, because that's in depth. I would have fallen for it every time.
It's probably John McDavid.
John McDavid.
Oh, hey. John McDavid.
Did we just connect a dot?
What?
A clue.
What?
What if it was that client that backed out? I didn't sign nothing. Yes, you did. Old John.
How would we
McDavid.
have mismanaged his budget if we've never worked for him?
I'm saying he wanted to work
Oh,
with
he's
us,
just lying.
and maybe he's just mad. He waited 2 years to call us back.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, it could be him, but I'm just saying
A clue.
That's a lead.
A suspect.
You called him a loser.
there's I did.
Called him a loser. His feelings might be hurt. I mean,
What else am I gonna
he's
do?
in digital marketing, you know.
What else am I going to do?
I'm just saying.
Oh, that's bad digital marketing then.
Well, he just lost 2 clients from mismanagement.
You know what I love about the digital marketers? They call us and they want us to do cold calls for them to get them new business.
Yeah.
Isn't your
Why
business?
can't
getting
you do
wide
digital
open?
marketing to get
Why
new
doesn't
business?
digital
It's a
marketing-
facade.
Nobody makes fun of us. They're like, "Oh yeah, why can't you just call people
Yeah,
and make it
cold
work?"
callers.
Yeah,
Like,
well,
we
we
do.
do. It works really good.
Yeah, it works really good.
That's funny.
They're like, "Nah, you don't know what you're talking about." I've been doing this for 20 years, and I've got 5 staff. 3 of them are contractors.
Yeah.
I know what I'm doing.
My business is doing $1 million a year. I've been around for 20 years. I think I know what I'm doing. Cool. Been around for 6. We were on pace to do 7.5.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is not that big, but it's bigger than $1 million.
It's bigger than $1 million, and it's really cool when you were, and I'll say the famous line, bootstrapped with no investors.
Bootstrap, no investor.
You know,
The first million.
you didn't take a paycheck for a couple years,
It
man.
was a big deal.
All of us
We
in this
skipped it.
room,
We
we were
skipped it.
we were sitting there.
We skipped from
Well, we
650 to
didn't.
2.
It went
We
from
had
650 to
a
2.
botched gift. Do you remember
Did
that? Yeah.
Oh,
I
Phil,
feel
man.
like you're never
mean-
gonna get it, so we can talk about it now. But we had a sales manager here. We wanted to get you a gift for the first million, and I think it was Narcos or one of those shows where the guy had his feet up on the desk and $1 million in cash on the table.
Aaron,
Oh,
I
cool.
was not going to give you $1
And
million.
it was an Etsy painting. Someone printed it and painted over, and then we were going to sign it. Well, this person ordered it and then kept it after they collected all of our money, and then just kept it, shipped it to his house, and held on to it.
Oh, he kept it.
Yeah,
wow,
never got it.
interesting.
Probably hanging on his wall right now.
Probably it was sick.
He,
It was cool.
he probably did a cutout of his own face because he's so obsessed with himself, and then smacked it on there. He was
Was
sitting
my,
in his
was my
desk.
face on it?
No, it was there was
Okay.
no face. There was no. That would be funny.
That
though.
makes me feel better.
Yeah.
That my face is not hanging.
It was just like the boots. It kind of looks like the boots you wear, and then $1 million cash on the desk.
I mean,
Pretty cool.
I don't even know what $1 million cash on a desk looks like.
Right.
We should find out.
it's kind of
That'd
like
be
that.
cool.
Let's go to the bank.
It's
How
ki-
much is
it's-
that?
Hold on, Matt. You should put a link to Dodgeball where he's
Probably
like,
like 10 grand.
Aaron,
So 10x it.
Yeah, 10 of fake money. That's that's not real money, by the way.
it's just like Dodgeball. He's got the briefcase, and he's like, that's $1 million. And he opens a briefcase, and it's like one stack, and he's like, really? And he's like, yeah, it looks a lot bigger in movies. But that's actually it.
I think it's 100 grand. Yeah, I think it's 100 grand.
That's funny.
Yeah, so I probably like 10 of those is like 100 grand, something like that.
That's not. Yeah, I guess it's a lot. It's hard to imagine still.
It's crazy, dude.
I don't know.
Well,
That's
anyway, sorry I hijacked it.
No,
but
it's cool. It's great. We're going to end here on our sales tip. I think, it sounds kind of obvious, but Zeke wanted us to do this one today. It's the law of averages. Volume solves all problems. If you're low on contact rate, make more dials. Talk to more people. If you're low on close rate, make more dials. Talk to more people. If you're low on win rate, set more appointments. Make more dials. Volume solves all problems.
I was going to say,
and since I'm a beta, if you're low on testosterone, eat more red meat.
Yeah, iron.
Right?
Sure. Red meat.
See what I'm saying?
so you're saying
Carnivore.
you haven't sold any deals and your wife's going to leave you? Good. Pick up the phone and start dialing. Can't pay your bills? Good.
Good.
And
Pick up the phone and start dialing.
I totally dropped the ball on April Fools this year, but like one day we got to do something with naturalsalesenhancement.com.
Well, it's coming up.
It's
we could still. I
It's
don't
coming
know.
up.
We got a couple
I know.
days.
It's on Tuesday.
we got bigger pipelines.
We like that.
Natural
That's funny.
naturalsalesenhancement.com. I love natural sales enhancement.
That's a good one.
We got to do a commercial. Like disappointed with your pipeline.
Yeah.
Is your CEO?
We can have like Matt shoot a video walking down the halls just like sad.
Yeah.
And then natural sales enhancement.
High fiving everybody.
Yeah,
like,
high five.
through the hallway.
Getting close to the sales goal, but just falling short.
Sales pipeline looking down.
Is your bar graph not as big as you'd like it to be?
It's average.
Yeah.
And you just be like,
It's an average.
well, natural sales enhancement.
Yeah. I just want everybody to know pipelines are not as big as people are saying. Everybody's pipeline's not that
Don't
big.
compare to other pipelines
Hey,
either.
let's talk about your own pipeline, okay? My pipeline's just fine.
Yeah, the CEO's like, no, your pipeline's fine. It's great. It's a
I don't
great
want it to be
pipeline."
fine. I want it to be great. I want you to love my
I
pipeline.
just started. My pipeline's small.
Yeah, your pipeline is more than enough.
It's not the size of the pipeline. It's the way it works.
It's what closes.
It's what closes.
That's right.
That's a good
Matt's
one.
like, I've had enough of this.
We got the hook.
John McDavid wanted line. Put that troll up there, wanted poster. John McDavid.